Can we just take a moment to talk about Sweet Harmony, one of the greatest rave tracks of all time? A couple of weeks ago I was on the phone to my mate DJ Model, and he is one of the two people that made Sweet Harmony, and he told me the track was 34 years old on that day, the 4th of December. He's not very active on social media, so I suggested making a video to mark the anniversary with his blessing, so thanks Shane. The track starts with strings that were played in the studio and the Cool D Go to Work break, which is then joined by the radio Babylon drums, together making like a perfect breakbeat combination. And then the piano breakdown that comes in now has got to be one of the most perfect, euphoric and best known breakdowns in dance music. If you were raving late 1991, early 1992, you know that the first time you heard this track even, it was just amazing. The place would go crazy. So this is Sweet Harmony, made by Liquid. Liquid is Shane, DJ Model and Eamon, and they met at Pulse for Music in Bethnal Green. I've known Shane about 30 odd years. We met on Pirate Radio. We've been really good mates ever since, made loads of music, and I met Eamon a few times over the years. He sadly passed away in July this year, so RIP Eamon. They met at Pulse for Music, and their shared love of the rave scene meant they clicked immediately, and they wanted to make some music. So they went to a studio in Stratford called Blockhouse Studio. The building's still there, and it was opposite a place called Telltales that everybody knew. Now, here comes the vocal. The vocal and the piano are both taken from CC Rogers' Sunday. The piano was replayed again, but the vocal was sampled. It's just such a perfect track. So anyway, they went to Blockhouse Studios in Stratford, made the track, they got it mastered, and then they went to Telltales to get it pressed up. Telltales was this like legendary East London pressing plant, did loads of rave music. And on the 4th of December, they got the first 500. These had hand-drawn labels by Model. They went straight to the West End with these 500 copies. The shops like City Sounds, Black Market, Chocky's Tunes, Unity. And that evening, Pete Tong played it on Radio 1, and Judge Jules played it on Kiss FM, and it won the Jukebox Jury. And back in the day, track getting played on Radio 1 and Kiss was such a big deal. The track was all over the Pirates that weekend, and that was it really. It started from there. Within a couple of weeks, the majors started calling. Because Eamon was friends with Slipmat and Slipmat was on XL, they decided to go with XL. So XL cleared the samples and released it in April 1992, and it went to number 15 in the charts. It is one of the most perfect rave tracks of all time, one of the best tracks of all time. Anyway, Sweet Harmony, 34 years old. It's just perfect.